Hello. We're going to do a super easy review on long division. This is fourth grade math. If you forgot it or if you might make an error, don't feel bad. Fourth grade, right? Okay, so look, we're going to divide polynomials. So it's not a bad idea to just review long division easy way. Okay, so that way when I'm referencing, you're carried down, you subtract, right, which means you change the sign, your remainder, it's not a bad idea. Okay, so look, if I tell you fraction 24 divided by 8, right, this is in fraction form or ratio form, right, because see that little fraction bar? Okay, the top number is what goes inside, which is the dividend, right? When you're going to do long division, your 8, which is your denominator, is the divisor. So divisor, dividend, and then your process, right? Your answer, right? When you divide, your solution or your answer is the quotient. And once you perform your long division subtraction, remember you're always subtracting down vertically. That is your remainder. Kind of, right? It's been a while. Okay, so we're going to divide and we're going to find the quotient and the remainder if there is one. So if you notice, we're just doing 4 examples. That's it. Okay, so 75 divided by 4, 452 divided by 7, 132 divided by 5, and 423 divided by 8. And then I have it set up and we're going to do long division. And then I have a little notepad here for us to look at our multiples of the number, right? It's my son's little transformer bumblebee, right? Recycle, right? Try and find stuff to use because I write a lot. So I use those to kind of reference and answer your questions. Okay, so look, so here we go. Let's get to this. Okay, 75 divided by 4. Yes, you can go to a calculator and you can 75 divided by 4, right? You could do that and I get 18.75, or you can, what am I doing? 75 down 4, right? 75 divided by 4, or 18.75. Okay, so here's the thing, which is 18 3/4. That's really what it is. Okay, we're not using the calculator because when you're dividing polynomials, binomials, trinomials, by a monomial or binomial, you can't use the calculator. Okay, so here we go. Long division review. 75 divided by 4. All right, since 4 is your divisor, what are your multiples of 4, right? 1 times 4 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, right? These are your multiples of 4. You have to know your multiplication table. You have to. Okay, that's non-negotiable. Okay, so you look at the first number, first placement, right, in your dividend, and it's a 7. Now, you're not allowed to surpass the 7. You can be under, but you can't surpass it. Okay, in my multiples of 4, do I have a number that's less than 7? Yes, 4 times 1. It can't be 8 because 8 is bigger than 7. It surpasses it, so 4. And so what's 4? 4 is 1 times 4, right? So remember, you multiply here. You go 1 times 4, and then 1 times 4 is 4, and that's where you line it vertically downward. Okay, now 4 is a positive. However, when you are going to solve long division, you subtract vertically down. So what is 75 take away 4? I'm sorry, why did I say 75? I'm trying to put the cap on. What is 7 take away 4? 3. Okay, so I'm not done yet. So now I bring down the 5. And now you restart. Okay, how many times does 4 go into 35? Okay, well, get to your multiplication table. 4, 8, 12, 16, right? 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6, right? 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 9 is 36, right? So 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 4 times 5, 4 times 6, 4 times 7, 4 times 8, 4 times 9. I'm not wasting your time doing this because we're going to get to factoring and you have to know how to do this. Greatest common factor, you have to know how to do this. So this is not a waste of your time, okay? So 35 is right in here. Remember, you cannot surpass it, but you can go below it. So that's 32. That's 4 times 8. So 4 times 8, right? So 8 times 4 gives me 32. But now we're going to go ahead and subtract vertically downward. And I get, what's 35 minus 32? 3. And 3 is less than 4, right? So I did that right. If this number comes out larger than your divisor, right, which is your remainder, if your remainder comes out larger than your divisor, you did something wrong, you need to go back. Okay, so what is it? Remember, when we put that in the calculator, it gave us 18.75, right? Well, look what I have. What's my quotient? 18, right? But my remainder is 3. Or you can write it as 18 and 3/4, right? Because 3 is my remainder, 4 is my divisor, right? And this is my, right, the whole thing is then my quotient, right? Quotient, remainder, right? So this is a quotient, this is a remainder, right? And that's my divisor. So it's 18 remainder 3 or 18 3/4. Do you remember that? Okay, I do not want this 18.75, so don't be putting it in the calculator. Okay, ready for another one? Okay, let's do our multiples of 7 though, right? 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4, 28, right? We're just adding 7. 7 times 5, 7 times 6. How high do I have to go? Yeah, I don't think I have to go more than 42. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to long division. Okay, 7 dividing into 4. 4 is too small, right? 7 can't divide into 4. It's too small. So now you're going to go ahead and grab the next digit, which is 45. So does 7 divide into 45? Well, 45 is, or let's do one more. 7 times 7 is 49. Okay, so this is 7 times 6. 45 is right in here. So I can't be 49. That's too big. It surpasses it. Less is 42. I can do less. So that's 7 times 6, right? So I place my 6 above the 5, right? So remember, you multiply this way. So 6 times 7 is 42. And remember, you subtract vertically downward. So what's 45 minus 42? 3. And now go ahead and bring down the 2. Okay, so now we want 32. How many times does 7 divide into 32? Go back to your multiplication table. 32 is right there. 32, 35 is too big. 28 is small enough, right? So that's 7 times 4. So then this is 4. And so 4 times 7 is 28. And again, you're going to subtract, right? So what's 32 minus 28? 4. And that's your remainder. So your answer, your solution is 64, remainder 4, or 64 and 4/7. Okay, if you were to grab the calculator, what would it give me? Even though I tell you not to use it, just see what you get. What is it? 452 divided by 7? 64 and 57. Let's see what 4/7 is. 4 divided by 7. Whoops. Perfect. See? So we get the perfect identical answer that a calculator would give us. Awesome, right? Okay, so now let's do the next one. I know some of you might want me to stop the video by now, but whatever. I got nothing else to do. Okay, do multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I should stop there, right? 35, right? Okay, so here, 5 dividing into 1. 1 is too small, so now grab the next digit. Does 5 divide into 13? Yes. Where's my table? 10. 13 is in between 10 and 15. 15 is too big. 10 is small enough, so 5 times 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, right? And now you vertically subtract downward. What's 13 minus 10? 3. And now you're going to go ahead and bring down the 2. And now, again, how many times does 5 divide into 32? You're going to look. 32 is right here. 35 is too big. 30 is just right? So it's 5 times 6. So 5 times 6. So 6 times 5 is 30, right? Subtract downward. Sorry, my subtractions are crooked. And I get 2. That is your remainder. So your answer is 26 remainder 2 or 26 and 2/5. Right? 4th grade math. And by the way, when I was in school, this was the 80s, I learned how to do this in 4th grade as well. So it hasn't really changed too much, the pacing. Okay, here we go. We need 8s. Okay, I'm running out of space. We'll go to the top. Okay, we have 8, 16. 8 times 3 is 24, 32, 40, 48. Do I need to go more than that? I don't think so. I think that's good enough. Okay. So that's 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, 8 times 5, 8 times 6. Okay? Okay, 8 going into 4, 4 is too small. So grab the next digit, 42. How many times does 8 go into 42? 42 is right in there. 40 is just right, so that's 5. 5 times 8 is 40, right? We're going to vertically subtract. What's 42 minus 40? 2. Now bring down the next digit, 3. Okay, so what about 8 into 23? 24 is too big. 23 would be right here, so you grab the 16, that's 2. So 2. 2 times 8 is 16, and now you vertically go downward. And so 23 minus 16 is 7. Right? If you don't believe me, grab a calculator. What's 23 minus 16? 7. Okay? Okay, so now what's your answer? 52 remainder 7 or 52 and 7/8? Okay, that is your long division. Okay, I have attached an assignment, a PDF. It's just, is it 10? Yeah, I'm trying to look, sorry. It's just 10 problems, long division. Got it? Because we're going to start dividing polynomials. So, hey, let's do a little 4th grade review, right? Elementary school. Okay, bye everybody.